for you, just these few years later, to try and put yourself in a position to get double or more what your position paid just a few years ago is simply wrong. And I hope you paid attention to these other folks who've been putting it to you up here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Juanita Wardlaw.
Judge Baker, since you called on my husband first, he said some of the things I was going to say. But for someone who did support you in this election.
Now you have to come up here and speak.
You have to get a record of it, ma'am.
Well, this guy over here,
You have to come up here to speak. You're going to speak.
I was about through.
You got to have it on record.
I'm Juanita Wardlaw. I live in Tyler. And for someone who did support you in this election, I'm deeply dissatisfied with this increase in salaries. Maybe I'm just jealous that I worked for 26 years for a major 100, one of the, well, it was Firestone Tire and Rubber Company for 26 years, and I wasn't able to influence my salary. So I just think that maybe you could reconsider. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Peggy Jones.
Honorable Judge and Commissioners, I come today and I do want to say that I am totally for the raises as far as the employees go, and I didn't come to bash anybody or to make any enemies. And I've known most of you for quite a while. I work here, I work elections, and I work very hard. And when I first seen the budget, I felt like I had been flushed down a commode. And that is because we were not recognized as deputy clerks. We have no position. We have, we're just here. We didn't get the raises that other deputy clerks got. The news footage that I seen on TV last week or week before we went to Austin showed the election departments in the same context of getting these big raises. I'm sorry, our budget, our payroll budget is being cut, not enhanced. And I don't blame anybody. I think our law enforcement who put their lives on the line every day for us, and not just us, but our most precious things that we have, which is our families, certainly deserve more than what they're getting. And it just seems unfair. The salaries that y'all are getting, that you're giving yourselves, and even the auditor, $12,000 more there. I'm sorry, but your salary is almost twice as much as what any of us as clerks make. And I don't begrudge anybody getting a raise, but I hope that y'all will reconsider and take another view of the workers and the people that do their jobs to help you do your jobs. And we work for the county, and I mean that literally. We work for the county. We work for the people that put y'all in the office. And I just don't feel like y'all appreciate the department at all. We make maybe $4,000 more a year than the custodians make, and I'm not putting them down because they work hard too. And I just hope I haven't made any enemies, and I hope I still have a job tomorrow. And I just want you to think about it and reconsider. I've known you, Judge, for a long time, when you were a baby DA. And I loved you then, and I still do, but this just is not right. And I thank you for letting me have my say.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Kathy Harp. Is Kathy Harp still with us? There she is.
I'm Kathy Hart. I work for the county. I work in the elections department. When I came to work, I'm sorry, I'm not a very good public speaker. I was paid for a deputy clerk. Now you're trying to make us clerks. We are under judicial law too, because we work for the U.S. government, we work for the state, and we work for the county. We work hard for you. And I just feel that we are being demeaned by you considering us as clerks, because we work long hours, we put in more time and effort to make sure the elections run correctly and that they're a good election without any problems. And the elections department has done that for years. There's been no blemishes on us at all. And I just want to say what Peggy said too. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Harp. Dee Brock.
Hello, my name is Dee Brock. I'm here today as a representative of the League of Women Voters. And I wanted to say that even though I am a little sorry it took you so long to come to this point, I am delighted, and my organization is delighted, that you have made this open meeting for the public, allowing people who work to come and talk about those things that are uppermost in their minds. I think this is really important. The messages we've heard, I'm sure weren't always pleasant, but they are the messages from our public. And so I wanted to tell you we appreciate this time.
Thank you, Ms. Brock. Ron Mason.
I'm Ron Mason. I live in Gresham, Flint. I want to thank you for the time this evening. Reading your comments in the paper a few weeks ago, I figured I'd be the only one here tonight. I'm glad more people showed up. I just want to reinforce what one lady said about the law enforcement. You said in the Tyler Morning Telegraph you want to reduce attrition and also attract better qualified personnel. I've only lived in the county a few years since I retired from New York, but what I've seen in the county out here, particularly if you visit some of the volunteer fire departments, you can't ask for better people out here. When you talk about attracting personnel, I don't think money's going to be the only thing that's going to do it. And last, I'd like to thank Mrs. Fleming for her honesty and integrity. I don't think we had a meeting here tonight. It hadn't been finished. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mason. Don Hefner.
Don Hefner, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the budget. But first off, I would like to really congratulate Commissioner Fleming for making possible for this evening meeting to happen. If it had not been for her, from what I understand, we would not be here after hours work time, where a lot of these people couldn't come. I guess we first start getting a perception of how things are going to go when a new court comes into place. Well, the first thing that I noticed about the budget was you did set up a public hearing. And guess what? It's the same day you were going to sign off on the final budget approval. That tells me you did not care about public input, comments on the budget.